Checker flag waves. Jacob Todd in the 95K, quickest at a 20.765. Kevin McCoy in the 51-second, quick 20. Your way down to the Usac merch trailer. At this time, Tim Bruner. Here's your lineup for heat race number 2. The K4, Cody Berkeley. That's the teammate to the heat race 1 winner, Chevy Gibson. That's Cody Berkeley. He's also out of Dry Ridge, Kentucky in the K4. He's your pole sitter. Outside of row number 1, it's your track champion for 2024. Multi-time track champion. That's Cordell Moore driving the 45 Hornet here tonight. He's out of Holton, Indiana. Row number 2, the 51 is Kevin McCoy out of Independence, Kentucky. The 95K is Jacob Todd out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Row 3, the 5B is Brian Powett out of North Vernon, Indiana. The 5B is Eli McRoberts out of DuPont, Indiana. Row number 4, the 18 is Destiny Moore. She's out of Holton, Indiana. And Ken Miller in the 22K out of Erlanger, Kentucky. And we're under green here. Berkeley and Moore. Tail off into turn number 1, Cordell Moore. Slight advantage as Jacob Todd follows Moore around the outside up into the second spot. Berkeley goes for the pull back to third. Meanwhile, Kevin McCoy looking underneath of Berkeley for the third position. Moore leads lap number 1. Jacob Todd is all over the rear of Cordell Moore down the back straightaway. Cordell Moore, Jacob Todd side by side for the top spot. Moore able to maintain the advantage. Kevin McCoy tries to make it a 3-car battle for the lead. Good racing, 3 cars battling for the top spot here. Headed off into turn number 3. It's Cordell Moore, Jacob Todd, Kevin McCoy. Cody Berkeley, the pole sitter's falling back to 4th. He's about 3 car lengths from the front 3. McCoy now looking underneath of Jacob Todd. A little bit of contact there between Jacob Todd and Cordell Moore. Cordell Moore and Jacob Todd back off into turn number 1. Here goes Todd. Todd takes a peek to the inside of Moore. Kevin McCoy back there in third. He's just waiting for a lane to open up. He might be quicker than the 2 cars in front of him. White flag in the air. Cordell Moore has led them all. He's got to do it one more time. Look at McCoy. McCoy threaded the needle, went around the outside of Jacob Todd. He slides up just a little bit on Moore. Oh boy, is Kevin McCoy gonna make a move. Here they come through turns 3 and 4. Moore slides high just a little bit. Here comes McCoy, and Cordell Moore is gonna hold on and win heat race number 2. Good one back in heat race number 2. Green is in the air. Side by side for the race lead. Gibson sneaks out by a little advantage over Cordell Moore as Kevin McCoy jumps to the inside of Moore. He's not going to have enough to make it stick. Corbin Dalton goes to second. 3 wide for third. Chevy Gibson leads Corbin Dalton second. Third place to Jacob Todd, who's trying to hold off Kevin McCoy for third. Cordell Moore has fallen back to the 5th spot. Jacob Todd, slight advantage back up to third, with Kevin McCoy still to his inside. Chevy Gibson leads up front. Corbin Dalton to second. They're coming up on some slower traffic. They go around the outside of Sean Moore. Now coming up on the 13 of Aiden Kennedy. Yikes, Cody Berkeley had to take some evasive action to get around Sean Moore. Let's recap the top five. It's Chevy Gibson, Corbin Dalton, Jacob Todd, Kevin McCoy, and Cordell Moore, the top five. Lap 7 in the books. This is the 15-lap feature. Sean Moore calls it a night. And the leaders are in some much slower traffic. To take some evasive action here as Gibson gets pinned behind a slower car, and this may give the lead to Corbin Dalton. Corbin Dalton goes around the outside of Chevy Gibson and takes the top spot, bringing along Jacob Todd with it. So Chevy Gibson goes from first to third in a half a lap trying to get around a slower car. Part of racing, but it's a tough break nonetheless for Chevy Gibson. He had clear racetrack, probably would not have lost the race lead. Meanwhile, he may lose another spot as McCoy takes a peek underneath him for third. But Corbin Dalton leads this feature. Dalton looks very fast up front. Oh, and they go underneath a slower car, and Jacob Todd tries to dive to the inside of Corbin Dalton. Corbin was a little bit tentative trying to get around McRoberts there. The slower lap car in front of him. He's able to maintain the top spot. So it's Corbin Dalton, Jacob Todd, Chevy Gibson, Kevin McCoy, still Cordell Moore rounding out the top five. Corbin Dalton by just a car length. Less than a car length over Jacob Todd. Really 4 cars that are competing for the race win. Oh boy, there's a slower car in front of the leaders. Oh boy, that might have cost Corbin Dalton. He had to go around the outside of a slower car. Jacob Todd pinches him off of turn number 4, white flag in the air, and Jacob Todd has the race lead into turn 1. Todd's gonna slide up just a little bit. Corbin off of turn number 2. He's gonna make a last-ditch effort into turn number 3. Corbin Dalton, a little bit of bumper usage on Jacob Todd. Here they come to the line, and Jacob Todd wins it. Jacob Todd beats